Hi everyone, this is my Module 1 for 853 SPED for Building Administrators, and my name is Jessica McGrail. I'm going to do a little introduction about myself. I am a board-certified behavior analyst, and I work for the Shawnee Mission School District in Kansas City. My job currently has me working with pre-K students that are having trouble accessing their curriculum due to their behavior. I have 16 different sites that I support, and one of those is a special education based center for early childhood. That means we serve students from ages 3 all the way up to 5. Prior to working with pre-K students, I worked with elementary age students as a behavior support teacher, and prior to that, I worked in a self-contained classroom for students with autism, and I did that for about 8 years, and of one of those years I taught 4th grade. I really wanted the experience of being able to see both sides of it, and I felt like that gave me a lot of information to bring to the table when I'm talking to parents and other staff members. A little personal information about myself. I'm married to my husband Tony for 4 years, and we have one son, Maddox, and he is almost 2 years old. He is rambunctious, and I'm so excited to spend the summer with him to do a lot of activities outside. We also have a dog. She is a German Shorthair Pointer, and her name is Trixie. That is also very full of energy. So the first slide I'm going to talk about is my critical reflection. My primary building I work in, like I was explaining, is a special education early childhood center. So that means that we serve students from ages 3 to 5. We have classrooms that are specifically for students with very impacted by their disabilities, and we call those our special classes. And they are only with students that also have special education. We then have classrooms that we call integrated, and that has special education students along with peer models. We adapt all materials for all students at this building. That means even if you are not on an IEP, your education is individualized to the point where we are meeting you at your level and making sure that we're meeting the needs of all of our students. Students with special needs also have access to speech-language pathologists, occupational therapies, physical therapies, vision specialists, assistive technology specialists, English language teachers, and a BCBA, me, depending on their need. That means that if they show a need for speech language, they will be able to have access after their evaluation to have direct services from that person or do a consult method for the teacher. My services that I provide are all on a consult method, and so there are times where I do spend direct services with students, but then most of the time it's me coming to team meetings, looking at data, talking about how we can meet the needs of the student, how they can better access their curriculum by changing the environment, changing how we interact with them. And we also have adapted equipment to support access to their curriculum. So that means pencil grips, physical, mobility-wise, all of that is definitely has access in our center. So critique of myself, my job is based on adapting the environment for students so they can access their curriculum at their level. I believe I have a strong foundation for adapting learning strategies when it comes to behavior and primary academics. However, I do feel that my area of improvement could be with the upper grades, learning how to adapt a lot of the learning strategies for them. My experience has been primarily with students K to 3 and now with pre-K, so I would say that I'm very, very comfortable in that age, even up to 4, but I think 4, 5, and 6 are where I start to have less confidence in my skills. So I definitely think there's definitely room for improvement, always. So my plan to improve my current school practices, so I think that we do a lot of these things, but I think that we need to really up the ante on it. So that means for me is to increase the amount of data that is collected so that we can make data-based decisions. We do this already, but I feel like there could be a better method to our madness, if you would say. So I feel like learning to take data that is more accurate so that we can make more accurate based decisions based upon our data. I also think we need to provide teachers with the training necessary to individualize instructions for our most delayed learners. I feel that we have teachers that do the best they can, but I feel that if they had more information about how these students learn, it would be even more adaptable to their, we'll be able to adapt their curriculum a lot better to meet their needs and to see more progress. I also think that this is a personal one, that I think that we need to have more training on functions of behaviors. I think that we can prevent a lot of behaviors from increasing and cycling further and preventing it if we had more information about why students are doing what they're doing and being able to identify a function in the moment and being able to react appropriately in the moment. Funding may have an impact on some of these trainings, but I feel that we have a lot of in-house specialists that could provide a lot of these things. Now, do I think that we can do everything and that we won't need any outside funding or outside training? No, I think that that is definitely something that we will need to look at. However, I feel like if we look forward in our planning for our professional development, that we could schedule it right into our typical professional development that happens throughout the year. And that is my introduction. I can't wait to learn more in this class. SPED is my thing, so I'm excited to learn more new things. Thanks, everyone.